Let's address some organization strategies that can be performed before you actually bring media into Premiere Pro. I like to do a bit of pre-editing on the actual hard drive, so things aren't quite as confusing during the editing stage. In this case, I've got a folder of media that needs to be organized. Now, this particular folder is quite large. It's almost 20 gigabytes of data, so just follow along and watch. You won't actually have access to these files in the downloadable exercise files. When I step inside this folder, you'll see I have a project file already built, and I've got some organized media. But if I step in that folder, this folder is not actually that organized. What I'm going to do is get things grouped together. You'll notice that I could actually see thumbnails. And I like to use a view where those thumbnails become visible. Now, if you're working with tapeless sources, you may not have this option of organization. But for things that are movie-based or MPEG-4 based, organizing at a folder level may be a viable option. What I'll do here is just make some subfolders. I'll make a new folder, and I'll call that Cam1. We'll put these first three angles in there. Make another folder. Call that Cam2. And grab these other ones that are similar. Cam3. And here's an interesting thing. It looks like one of the angles didn't roll for one of the takes. There's only two here. So later on, we'll have to determine if that clip was missing or if that camera wasn't rolling, which is sometimes it happens. My notes say that the director decided to add another angle during the shoot. It looks like the first take had 4 angles, while the last 2 takes of the song ended up having 5. All right, let's put that audio into a folder. There we go. And in this case, I don't need these preview files. I'll just start fresh. All right, now I have a much more organized source folder. And if I step up a level, you'll see that all of that is in there. Now, let's just rename that. There we go. Now, you may not be able to do that pre-processing step across the board, but hopefully this happens. Now, a lot of times this is going to be done for you in the field by the DIT. If someone on set is backing up the media, encourage them to make a folder for the day, and then within that folder, make folders for each camera. Then the card media can get backed up by card matched to a camera angle. This is the most useful way so that when you get things back from the field, you don't have hundreds of clips on one hard drive. Rather, it's already organized in folders. But if you get what I had here, which is just a bunch of raw files dumped off of a drive, you might want to take the time to pre-process those and get them a bit more organized.